Sean Diddy Combs' legal battle, new claims and the fight for justice. Sean Diddy Combs, the iconic rapper, producer, and entrepreneur, who has been incarcerated since his arrest in September last year, is rapidly approaching his highly anticipated trial. As the date draws nearer, his legal team has intensified their defense strategy, unveiling new claims that have sparked significant public and media attention. The 55-year-old music mogul's legal representatives submitted a fresh legal document to the court this week, presenting a bold argument. Diddy is being unjustly singled out. The motion calls for the dismissal of the serious criminal charges levied against the last night rapper, alleging that his prosecution is fueled by racial bias and an intention to make an example of a powerful black man in the public eye. Allegations of racial bias. The legal document, which was obtained by Sky News, outlines a narrative of systemic prejudice and selective enforcement. Diddy's lawyers assert that the charges against him, which include sexual abuse, trafficking, racketeering, and involvement in prostitution, are part of a racist agenda to undermine his influence and legacy. The defense contends that such charges are seldom pursued against white individuals who may have engaged in similar conduct, emphasizing that Diddy is being treated differently due to his race and status. This case is unprecedented in many ways, the filing states. But perhaps most notably and most disturbingly, no white person has ever been the target of a remotely similar prosecution. This assertion is bolstered by references to numerous instances where comparable allegations against other high-profile individuals did not lead to criminal charges, suggesting a double standard at play. The document further elaborates on Diddy's accomplishments, painting a picture of a man who has significantly contributed to the music industry and broader society. Describing him as an extraordinarily successful artist, businessman, philanthropist, and one of the most accomplished black people in this country, his lawyers argue that his achievements are being overshadowed by an unfair legal crusade. Diddy's rise to fame and influence. Sean Combs, known to the world by his stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and later simply Diddy, is a self-made mogul whose influence stretches far beyond the realm of music. He founded Bad Boy Records in the 1990s, shaping the careers of numerous artists and producing chart-topping hits that became anthems of a generation. His entrepreneurial ventures span fashion with his Sean John clothing line, and spirits, with his investment in Ciroc vodka, highlighting his versatility and business acumen. Diddy's philanthropic work is equally noteworthy. He has donated millions to education initiatives, disaster relief efforts, and programs aimed at uplifting underserved communities. His annual Sean Combs Scholarship Fund has helped dozens of young people access higher education, demonstrating his commitment to giving back. However, despite these achievements, his legal team argues that his success has also made him a target. There exists an unfortunate tendency to bring down those who rise too high, especially if they do not fit into certain societal molds, the filing reads. Diddy's stature as a black man who has transcended industries and broken barriers is now being weaponized against him. The nature of the charges. The charges against Diddy are undeniably severe. They encompass sexual abuse, trafficking, racketeering, and engagement in prostitution. These allegations have not only damaged his public image but have also led to his prolonged detainment at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Since his arrest, Diddy has maintained his innocence, vehemently denying all accusations through his legal counsel and public statements. The prosecution, however, argues that the evidence against him is compelling. Multiple alleged victims have come forward with harrowing stories of abuse and exploitation, claiming that Diddy leveraged his power and influence to engage in illegal and morally reprehensible activities. These accounts have fueled intense media scrutiny, with many questioning the extent of his actions and the truth behind the allegations. Diddy's legal team, however, asserts that these claims are part of a larger conspiracy to defame him. This is not just a legal battle, his attorneys stated. This is a fight for his legacy and his freedom against forces that are determined to see him fall. Complicated personal history. In their filing, Diddy's lawyers acknowledged aspects of his personal life that may have contributed to his current predicament. Like many other celebrities, they wrote, Combs has had complicated relationships with significant others as well as with alcohol and drugs throughout his time in the spotlight. However, they stressed that these struggles do not equate to the criminal conduct he is accused of. But that doesn't make him a racketeer or a sex trafficker, the document continues. The defense aims to draw a clear line between personal missteps and criminality, underscoring that while Diddy may not be perfect, he is far from the monster portrayed in the charges against him. The road to trial. As Diddy remains behind bars, his team is preparing for an intense legal showdown. The trial, set to begin in May, promises to be one of the most closely watched cases of the year. Both sides are expected to present a barrage of evidence, with witness testimonies likely to play a pivotal role in swaying the jury. Supporters of Diddy, including several high-profile figures in the entertainment industry, have rallied behind him. Social media campaigns calling for his release and for the dismissal of charges have gained traction, highlighting the polarized public opinion surrounding the case. On the other hand, advocacy groups for victims of abuse have expressed concern over the defense's racial bias claims, warning against undermining legitimate allegations through what they see as diversionary tactics. The focus should remain on the victims and their stories, a spokesperson for a prominent advocacy group stated. Justice should be served regardless of fame or race. Conclusion. The unfolding legal battle involving Sean Diddy Combs is a complex mix of celebrity, power, race, and justice. As his trial approaches, the narrative will continue to evolve, with new revelations and arguments likely to emerge. Whether Diddy will walk free or face a potentially devastating legal outcome remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that this case will leave a lasting impact not only on Diddy's life and career but also on broader discussions about race, power, and accountability in America.